When it comes to working with the creative laws of the universe, there are generally two groups of people. The first group grasps these principles very quickly and is soon able to manifest their desired lives and conditions at will. The second group takes a long time to internalize these principles, and often a period of struggle ensues before they are able to see results in their lives. When they finally see results, however, the effects can be sporadic and temporary. Often they find themselves regressing to their old selves and old belief systems, or doing something to sabotage whatever results they have gotten. Many people in the second group never reach their desired states of success and fulfillment. And those who manage to achieve some kind of breakthrough do so only after a long time. The passage I just quoted is taken from Richard Dodd's book, where Richard differentiates the two groups of people that exist when working with the creative laws of the universe. Those who pick up very quickly and are generously prosperous, and those that take time to develop and see results in their lives. Richard expresses that he's part of the second group, who have spent hard years of their life trying to understand the techniques of the law of attraction to manifest things in their life. With so much work, Richard developed the technique called It's Done, a technique that can multiply the effectiveness of his manifestations. With that, Richard wrote a book to reveal all the secrets of how to use this technique, the final step to instantly manifest. If you want to know about the secrets to increase the effectiveness of your manifestations contained in Richard's book, stay until the end of this video and I will reveal all of it. We were taught to be extremely skeptical and cautious of anything that arises spontaneously within us, and to only accept outside sources of guidance that can be independently validated and verified. In other words, we learned the importance of gaining our knowledge through indirect third-party sources rather than within ourselves. But as I and many others have realized, there is a source of knowledge and intelligence within you that far exceeds any external source of knowledge. You can learn to tap into this source for guidance and eternal wisdom. Before teaching the technique of It's Done, Richard teaches the blocks that we first need to remove for this technique to be as effective as possible. And the main blockage we have is excessive caution or fear. Fear has always kept us from unlocking our true potential, or even grasping the possibilities the universe holds for us. Many times we're practicing and trying to manifest a certain thing in our life, and when the universe gives us the opportunity to have it, we are afraid and with what if thoughts. What if it goes wrong? What if it's not what I want? With that, we often miss the opportunities that the universe opens up to us, and we begin to doubt our ability to co-create, returning to square one. Over time, I discovered that this was not an accurate representation of how the universe really worked. I made this revelation after discovering that I still received certain things or conditions in my life despite not conventionally asking for them. Other times, I didn't even need to ask because the manifestation was preceded by my request. It was as if the universe knew exactly what I needed before I did and delivered it to me in perfect timing and harmony. Richard shows that it's not necessarily using creative vision or visualizing what we want that will make us manifest and brings us prosperity. For many times, our subconscious is the one who co-creates our prosperity, so we depend on it for the universe to work in our favor. That's why it's very important to be careful with the words and thoughts we express. Our subconscious can understand them as what we want to manifest and bring bad things into our life, as well as expel the good things. So if you find a way to deal with all those negative aspects, your negative conditioning, worries, or fears, and make them go away once and for all, or at least greatly reduce their frequency, you will find that miraculous things will begin to happen to your left, right, and center. You will find manifestations and demonstrations taking place for you even before you ask for them. You don't even have to deliberately ask for much, because you'll find that the universe comes along perfectly to meet your needs every time. And it is only after the fact that you realize the wonderful perfection of this universe. But it would not be possible to reach that state of consciousness until you're totally clean and clear, until you totally remove all obstacles between your current reality and your true abilities. Therefore, before starting to use the "it's done" in practice, first you need to remove obstacles from your life, eliminate fears and apprehensions. And how to use the "it's done" method? First, let's understand the meaning of "it's done." Richard expresses, modern prayers in the Western world end with an amen, which loosely translated mean "and it is" or "it's done." The amen that is pronounced at the end of the prayer means that we have completely turned the problem over to God or the universe, and that nothing else needs to be done. No more worrying about the outcome, no more fear, no more struggle or effort. It's done. Everything is already accomplished and in perfect state of harmonious completion. I feel that in modern times, however, we add amen at the end of our prayers more out of habit and convention, without really knowing the full meaning of what that word means. The first time I read about the meaning of amen, shivers ran through my entire body as I finally understood the true meaning of the prayer. In the act of praying, you clearly state your desire. In the end, the pronunciation of amen is more than just a symbolic gesture. It is your demonstration of complete faith and trust in those universal laws that you're relying on. It means your faith is so deep that you consider what you asked for complete and done. Therefore, when asking the universe, replace words like amen with "it's done," so your demonstrations can increase generously. So, everything you asked for is already here, and it's already being fulfilled. It's already in your life. Now, to use the method, Richard expresses, now I'm going to share the first way to use the "it's done" technique, which is at the end of whatever manifestation process you've already doing. No matter which visualization or statement of intent process you're using, simply add the "it's done" process to the end of it. You can choose to say the words out loud or say to yourself, as I prefer to do. This is how I usually practice the "it's done" technique. 1. Find a quiet spot where you won't be disturbed for the next 5-10 minutes. Initially, it helps to find a private place where you can do this exercise without fear of being interrupted. Make sure the location is suitable and comfortable for you, and remove any distractions from the area. 2. Close your eyes and take 3 deep breaths. Take a deep breath and feel the energy flowing through your entire body. Feel the good feelings and sensations as you breathe in deeply. 3. Exhale slowly, and with each exhale, feel yourself becoming more and more relaxed. Know that you're becoming more and more relaxed. 4. After taking 3 deep breaths, visualize your desire or state in your intention. At this point, you can do whatever manifestation practice you usually do. I will describe my practice in the next few sentences. As you do this, form a mental picture in your mind about the wish already fulfilled. For example, I found myself queuing up to claim my prize after playing. I also felt the euphoria and happy emotions I lined up to receive my prize. Take your time with this step so that you can feel the emotions clearly. As you do this, tell yourself that this is not happening in the future, but now. Feel your desires coming true and happening for you now, this very moment, not somewhere out there in the future. 5. When you have successfully visualized everything or stated your intention satisfactorily, say, "It's done," silently to yourself, and feel the feelings of "it's done" coming to a head. I find it helpful to repeat the phrase 3 times consecutively, saying out loud in my mind firmly as a proclamation. Now this is important. Don't just go through the motions and add the words "it is done" to the end of your manifesting process. Know that the magic is really happening when you say "it's done." When you say the phrase silently to yourself, you're doing nothing less than moving energy. You're literally shaping the energy field and imprinting it with your own intentions. So proclaim the 3 words to yourself and really feel them. Really feel the meaning and power of these 3 words, just as Jesus did when he said, "And so it is," at the end of a prayer or demonstration. You must intend these 3 words to do something. In your case, you intend these 3 words to mean completion and closure. So right now, I invite you to practice here in the comments. Write words of prosperity for your life and add "it is done." Everything you want is ready to manifest in your life. You're able to achieve prosperity. Use this technique to manifest even more. If you want to know more about the law of attraction, more videos from our channel are showing on the screen right now. Click and see you there. If you like the video, leave a like to help us grow and subscribe so you don't miss any videos we post. To the next.